Citrus blooms. I feel poisoned, weightless and impatient, ageless wounds split open. There isn't a why, just unspoken reasons that are already implied. Restless and intersected, tangled in the red faith strings that lead back to one common theme. I'm making this about the lazy lilac tree, completed with citrus blooms in the springtime gloom. Safe from the storm, I kept bringing up the party trick about becoming a hurricane. You'll have to focus on how much a natural disaster can miss and less about destructive natures.
Whatever you want to call it. A name is just a label to a face that can always change.
A most reflective property that properly wakes the sleeping beauty out of her days, draped lusciously in fine pearls and dried grapes that symbolizes the youth that eventually withers away. Confronting my youth the same way the hourglass counts sand, as a form of losing grip and dropping days off like flies, dead at the bottom of the bucket. Wakes the sleeping beauty out of her days, draped lusciously in fine pearls and dried grapes that symbolizes the youth that eventually withers. Repulsion, swelling deep inside a hidden capacity of the heart. I'm speaking more to the storm and less to the art. I'm grasping that there isn't enough sweet poignant daydreams of sunflowers and swaying streams that can ever wrap around the human concept of mortality in the act of ending it.
Something horrible must have happened,
The narrator would say if this was a coming-of-age story about redemption and uprising. Something horrible is still happening. Some things can't be rectified.
I would say, because I'm less of an untold story and more of a hidden treasure unveiling itself.
So in all honesty, I feel poisoned. I feel poisoned. Brain weighted and sedated, carrying empty wounds that might want to crawl back. So the act of being poisoned is less of a bodily attack and more of an implication that even trauma can be kept as a vicious, flea-ridden pet. Restless and intrepid, tangled in bearing witness to holy daydreams of swaying streams that sometimes lead me back to my lazy lilac dream. Completed with daytime visions because at this point I need more happy fictions. Watching the rain dance in a tame and safe way that feels like a home I could belong to. Safe and nourished, I kept bringing up the party trick about becoming a forest. You have to focus on how much nature has decayed and less about this abundance of newfound growth, if that's what you want to call it. Detaching myself from humanity, I'm saying there's no way to control how a forest grows. There's an awareness of how much you need to let go. I feel poisoned, weightless and impatient, ageless wounds split open. There isn't a why, just unspoken reasons that are already implied. Restless and intersected, tangled in the red faith strings that lead back to one common theme. I'm making this about visions of a gentle purple. I'm speaking in a foreign language that died, trying to explain how life is symbolized through the balanced ecosystem of the forest. How life can be the biggest symbol of love, the greatest symbol of everlasting beauty. How can I ever symbolize that in a short movie? In the storm eye, it would be so easy to let go, so easy to lie down, so easy to just float. I'm trying to grasp these concepts like intrinsic value, trying to explain human concepts like mortality, like beauty, like youth. But the storm winds can be so cruel. Watching the strongest women step back, I saw how the lions had to weep. How life can be a view that is so out of body, nauseating, and traumatic that I thought, if I look a second longer, I'll lose my fucking mind.